So before we hop into some Ezio games, my first games with the new legend, I wanted to show off just a few little tips, I guess you'd say, a little strings and stuff that I found with the legend that I think you can use. And they're super simple. It's nothing crazy, right? But the first is D-Light into N-Sig on sword. Even if they jump, they're still going to get caught by it. So that's actually pretty good. I don't know how many sword characters have something like that. I mean, I'm sure, Koji does, Val does. I take it back. There's a lot more than I realized. I actually think most sword legends have something like that. On Orb, off of Sidelight and D-Light, you can hit the N-Sig. And even if they are jumping, actually, no. If they dodge, it won't hit. But let me do this. And as you see, even when they tried to jump, they still got caught. And just to show you guys, off D-Light, same thing. And, other orb characters have certain setups like this. But I just think that's something that's pretty good. And also, when you look at the damage, this Sig's pretty strong, dude. It's nothing to joke about. 100 damage off of a Sidelight, that's pretty solid. And also, oh yeah, with the D-Sig, I noticed, and maybe I should just do it over here. So there's the on-stage and off-stage version, where you slam him to the ground, or you slam off stage. And with this, it doesn't take much, and it travels super far. But, right there, as you saw, I'm technically still on stage, and it still did the off-stage version, so it's kind of, weird in that regard. It kind of reminds me of Magyar downsig on Hammer, so I don't know if this is intentional, or maybe just because where the orb ends, that's kind of what determines it, where the hitbox is, and that's what I think, I guess. But I don't know. I'm no developer. I'm no coder. But let's get into some games now with Ezio. I gotta say, they've made both Rayman and Ezio, these first impressions of Ezio. The way the character looks, in-game, is actually better than some of the original characters, in my mind, if that makes sense. I will say, he does look almost a bit like a modded character, and, it is what it is in that regard. I feel like that's kind of something you have to work around, because it's, so foreign, and of course over time I'm sure that it'll help, right? More people playing the character, it just becoming a normal thing in Brawl to see Ezio, whatever his name is. I forget the name. I never played Assassin's Creed, dude. Assassin's Creed though is definitely one of those games that it always interested me, but then I ended up playing Dishonored instead, and obviously I'm sure Dishonored took some inspiration from Assassin's Creed. How many games even are there for Assassin's Creed? I feel like it's so many that I never knew anyways, but I know it's a pretty old series. I know Black Flag was one I heard people liked a lot or didn't like. I just can't remember. It's so hard to keep up. I know Assassin's Creed 3 though. That was one that I think a lot of people were raving about, right? That was a really, really, really good one. Okay, dude, I guarantee I'm gonna be running into all Ezios. It's actually gonna be absolutely madness. Oh, they took out let's go, dude. They took out that thing that I absolutely hated. I don't even remember what it was called because it was so forgettable. What was it? They did the sweat drops. No, not the sweat drops. I hope they fixed the sweat drops. That'd be great if they did. It's the graying out of the character. That's actually insane. It took me that long to figure it out. Okay, wait, this guy's actually kind of going crazy. I also forget, I'm playing experimental, so the experimental dodges are still, they're still here. I keep thinking, why am I not able to dodge? And it's oh, well, not I really can to begin with. Okay. Oh my gosh, dude, that Sig, if you can hold that, it's actually bonkers. It's actually crazy, dude. Imagine in a tournament, holding it and being able to hit someone like that. The amount that you can stall with that. I kid you not, if you guys haven't been able to play Ezio yet and test that stuff out, it is crazy long that you can hold that. It's it feels like Onyx down Sig on Cannon. That Sig you can charge forever, and that's really what reminds me. Oh, okay. Word. Nair. That was such, why? That's all I have to ask. Oh, dude, that Sig is strange. I don't know how I entirely feel about it, but I don't know. It's one of those where I feel like it's definitely cool in how it works. And I don't think it's bad, but the range is so tiny, man. It's it's wild. Yeah, it's crazy how small the range is. I actually wonder, I don't know if this character, and just first impressions of an actual game, and playing against one too, as well as playing, I don't know. I feel like this character is gonna shine more in 2s probably than 1s. But yeah, he definitely feels like good to use, and I think that's always a good thing. I think a lot of people are going to be interested. Like Rayman, the whole problem with Rayman was the fact that I think Rayman just kind of felt bad to use, and it like wasn't really, I don't know, like it wasn't fun, but the design like fit him. With Ezio, it seems like they had a lot more like freedom with the character and like what they wanted to do with it, and I don't know, they weren't as afraid maybe, or maybe it's just that Rayman's much more basic, right? Like the guy uses just like his fist and then they had to give him an axe. But with Ezio, it's like, what is this thing called? Yeah, the Apple of Eden. Like there's this thing, and then obviously like, he's a whole assassin, dude. Like it's pretty cool what you can do with that compared to a literal nose man. Oh yes, my favorite 1v1 map, Shipwreck Balls. Love it. I realized I didn't hit a single sword side sig, which I don't know. That's like very, very surprising. I felt like the side sig would be like way more broken than what it is, but hey, I am like, that's like a really good thing that it is not like insane or anything like that. I think the sword end sig is gonna be pretty strong. All right, what are we doing? Okay, see, I caught it there. I mean, it's a good option to just kind of like rush in with, I think. Oh, what was that? Scary by him. Okay, dude, I want to hit the D-sig on edge so bad. Like, but the range is tiny. It's so much smaller than I thought. Okay. No way. Like, you literally have to be stacked to hit that. Oh, crafty with the recovery. I can appreciate that. Okay, nice. Oh. Oh, okay, that was actually asking for trouble. Bro. That sig, the way it works, I actually think the orb kit is overall better than the sword kit. Sword kit. I just think that like the orb kit, it definitely feels like more flowy, and I also think some of the sigs hit harder, and like the recovery time is definitely lower. Like mainly side sig and end sig, but down sig I actually don't think is like bad or anything. You can definitely like use it in a more utility way, right? Like with touching the wall, for example, like I have a feeling that's hard to actually edge guard. But yeah, like doing that was sick. And then also like, I don't know, extending, like watch this, like how far you can go off stage and like stalling, because you don't have many jumps off stage. So like having that ability is it's kind of really good, I think. All right, interesting. I actually don't know the hitbox of this sig, but I have a feeling like that one could be really good. Dude, this one's just, I wonder, is there any interesting, like, there definitely could be some like interesting wall interaction. Nice. Oh, okay. All right, I gotta go crazy with the orb. I actually gotta go bonkers. Dude, the orb 100% feels better. Like, I don't even need to save anything further. It's just, orb in general, obviously it makes more sense that it's like gonna feel better, but yeah, it's like, I mean, the recovery time on this stuff, I feel like I can throw out these huge hitboxes, and like you just saw there, like I feel like I can just get out of stuff so quickly. And to be fair, people are unfamiliar with the legend, but with that being said, I still think that it's like, I don't know, it feels really, really good to use. Oh, okay. Note to self that Radish is going to be doing that over edge just like Petra Ensig. Do I get it? Oh my gosh, there it is, slam dunk. Oh, let's go. I'm so glad we finally got a different character from Ezio. I just wonder, like, what the matchups are that are going to be, like, bad for the character. Because, I don't know. I feel, and I said this before, I feel like Ezio is very reminiscent of Val. Like, they're just going to be both super stable legends. And I honestly think, like, both of them are, you know, the stats, like, make sense for the character, and they're pretty strong. Like, some people I saw complaining about the whole 7 decks. Dude, 7 decks isn't, like, end of the world. And also, you're going to be using the 6 deck stance if you're, I mean, smart, right? So you're going to be playing 5 defense with 6 decks. And I forget the rest of the stats. But he's higher speed. He's, like, 4 or 5 strength. Like, that's not, dude, that's not bad at all. They're going to die, I think. Yeah, you cannot, I mean, to be fair, it's experimental, so maybe normal game they would have a dodge. You cannot do something like that against Ezio. I feel like the kill possibility is so early for him, because it sends a good angle for like 2v2 as well, I think, like follow-up wise. I don't know, this character, there's just so much potential with him, I think. And like I was saying with Val, I just don't know if like Val really has any bad matchups, and so it just makes me wonder with like Ezio. Yeah, it just makes me wonder. I keep interrupting myself with my sick N-sigs. I just wonder if there are gonna be any bad matchups, or if it's like a case where if you are playing that good, you will be fine. But dude, these stats, I don't know how you can complain about them when defense stance is gonna take away dex. So you would have, with defense stance, you would have 5 strength, 6 dex, 5 defense, and then 6 speed. That's like perfect. That's insanely good stats. All right, and I believe, dude, this guy's running the Asgardian skin. I actually like, if I had to pick a skin, it would be the Asgardian. But I gotta say, I do like using just the base. The base, I think, is really, really cool, and I'm sure that's what a lot of people are going to be using too. Just because, like, I mean, anytime a character has a hood, I think the cool factor kind of goes up. Also, dude, the beard, I mean, the beard's looking fresh. Like, the whole design's insane. This guy's also, okay, I'm playing against a psychopath, clearly, if they are doing that. All right, I forgot. You have to really dash into it, because it's like, I keep thinking it's like Jaehyun, like down sig on sword, where it's like gonna back up, but it doesn't. It's just like a pure slash. All right, this guy is gonna be a nuisance. All right, D-Light, I'm still going for it. I wonder if the second swing does it? I don't know. I don't know if that follow through is like a second set of hitboxes. I don't think so. I'd never checked, but I'm sure if it isn't, or if it is, whether it is or not, you guys are gonna go in the comments and correct me, which, you know, is what it is, so be it. Dude, yeah, the orb, like what you can do on the orb, I think is, it's gonna be criminal. Once like a pro player really masters this. Oh, Ensig? Nope. Honestly, I can see myself playing Ezio. The thing with Ezio, I think you just have to be that much better than everyone else in a sword ditto. Like, I don't think it's gonna come down to orb necessarily, but I think, like with Ezio, you have to be feeling super confident about the sword ditto. Because I also think sword into orb is pretty good. And obviously, you know, Ezio is 1/2 sword. So it only makes sense that the best way to probably like beat an Ezio, especially if you're not good in an orb ditto, is to just play sword. I feel like I talked about dittos way too much in the span of like 10 seconds, but it's okay. It's fine. All right, I hate Thunder Guard. I remember playing, dude, there's some maps I remember playing in tournament, and I'm like, how is this even legal? It's just a crazy thing that it took them, I don't know. It felt like it took them so long to put bans on certain maps. All right, we're gonna sidelight. Yeah, we're gonna sidelight. Okay. Ensig off of it? No Ensig. That's fine. Oh, how did I mess that up? My orb is not crispy at all. I will just go ahead and say that. This guy, I gotta cheese him a little bit. There we go. Nice. Another. Oh, he got me? Nah, that ain't right. I'm just gonna mimic him. That Sig hits, honestly, not as hard as I thought. I mean, they were pretty red. It is Thunder Guard. I don't know what a legal map would look like. Okay, I'm gonna go though, guys. I got a stream to run, so if you want to watch that, I'm gonna probably be playing more Ezio on there at twitch.tv/Phazon. So definitely check that out. I would love to see you guys there. I always love seeing the new chatters and people coming from YouTube. But let me know what you guys think about Ezio in the comments, and make sure you subscribe and like and comment, you know, if you feel like it. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you around. Peace out.